All right, well, hey, exciting day for Clemson baseball. Here announcing a partnership with Absolutely Ridiculous, and of course, Absolutely Ridiculous's director of culture is Yankee star Jazz Chisolm, and Jazz was kind enough to come down to Clemson. Was at the basketball game last night, but is hanging out with us. He's a Tiger for the day. We'd love him to be a Tiger full time, but we told him he's part of the Clemson family now. He says it's the first college visit he's had, so we're excited he's here. He's going to train with us today, but we are more than thrilled to partner with Absolutely Ridiculous. They have just they are creative geniuses. The builder of the company, X, back there sitting in the dugout, is a creative genius himself, and they have really captured the enthusiasm of baseball players at all levels, from little leaguers all the way to major leaguers like Jazz and Bryce Harper and Ellie De La Cruz and all the guys wearing the stuff. There's lots of them now, but they've found a way to build fun back into baseball and still be able to do it with this team camaraderie type component, and allow individual players' personalities to shine through. And in the world that we're in college baseball, where we're moving into this new world of rev share and different types of NIL opportunities, any way we can shine the spotlight on our players, put the spotlight on them, create some unique opportunities for them to be different, we certainly wanted to do that. So this is right in the sweet spot of kind of what we've been doing all fall with the Savannah Bananas, and now with this partnership with Absolutely Ridiculous. We had an opportunity to partner with Marucci for our bats, as you guys know, earlier in the semester, and now to launch this partnership with Absolutely Ridiculous for our gloves, our sliding mitts, and just to see what they are bringing to the sport. We could not be more excited. Clemson baseball has always been a program with strong tradition, and our players wear the uniform the same way. We look a certain way, we play a certain way, and to be able to now to introduce a little bit of individuality to the team where they get to customize and design their gloves a certain way for their personality, to have Absolutely Ridiculous with X and Kevin Coley to design just some really awesome, just the awesomeness in their creative designs. I know our players are very excited about it. They love it. So it's a perfect blend of mixing the old with the new, and I know I speak for our entire team that, thrilled for it, and thrilled to see guys at the big league level who are inspirational to kids at all levels, from young kids like Colton Bowe, my kid's age, to college, high school kids and college kids like our own players at Clemson. So, just exciting day for us, and exciting partnership moving forward.
All right, let's start with questions on the new partnership first.
I guess, how did you find out about them? Like, how did the partnership even come down?
Yeah, so question, how did we find out about them? So if I were to rewind 24 years, I'm a volunteer coach at Clemson, and some young guy comes walking up, and he says, hey, I met Coach Corbin at Team USA, and we've got this new T-shirt that we're launching, and we'd love for you guys to try it. And the T-shirt looks like a U and an upside down U, and he's like the T-shirt this company's called Under Armour, and his name's Kevin Coley, and he's right there standing on the rail, and I developed a friendship with him 24 years ago, and like so many things in sport and life and business, it's all about relationships, and the friendship with Kevin Coley as he advanced and became a vice president in that company and launched the global baseball division at Under Armour, and then moved over, joined X when X first launched Absolutely Ridiculous, and then has helped catapult Absolutely Ridiculous into the baseball ecosystem. So it was just an opportunity, as our existing equipment partnerships contracts were expiring, the relationship with Kevin Coley, hey, how can we do this? What's this look like? Said, well, we have this much more time on our current contract, but let's have that conversation after it expires. And so it expired, I think, August 1st. We picked up a conversation then and just went full steam ahead, and just seeing the cool factor of Absolutely Ridiculous, and seeing big leaguers like Jazz and Bryce Harper and Ellie De La Cruz and Blake Snell and all these guys, wear it, and then seeing Pottstown, pick it up, and my children are of 12 and 15, so they're all into Absolutely Ridiculous in Pottstown. So it was just this cool opportunity to, just to bring the awesome to our team and let them do something unique and different that maybe isn't quite happening in college baseball. So we'll be the first team deal with Absolutely Ridiculous, and it was such a no-brainer. We couldn't pass it up, and we're so thrilled. And bring guys like this, that we now have a new player on the team. But it's just a cool opportunity. So it started 24 years ago with a relationship and materialized this past fall.
Jazz, what is it about Absolutely Ridiculous that drew you to the brand?
I mean, like he said, it's just like you build relationships and you find people that you trust, and that trust turns into love, and it turns into family, you know what I mean? So before I was with Absolutely Ridiculous, I was with Rawlings, and as a kid, especially growing up back from when at my time at least, it was always Rawlings and Wilson were the gloves that you wanted to wear. Like, those were the guys that were doing it, and I had a chance to do that in my early years of professional baseball, like be a Rawlings athlete. But then at the end of the day, I always wanted to be me, and X messaged me, and it was so crazy that he messaged me the day, like a day or a week after I was out of my Rawlings deal, and he was like, "Hey man, like, you wanna do some crazy stuff with your glove and stuff?" And I was just like, "Yeah, what are you talking about?" He's like, "You like ice cream?" And like, that was his question, like, "You like ice cream?" Like, and another crazy part is, like, I think I was either going to the ice cream store or I was eating ice cream at that time, because I have friends, we're all kids, like, we're all big kids, and we still try to treat ourselves as kids, so we do stuff like that. We go and get ice cream and stuff. But he just hit me with that question. I was like, "Bro, I'm about to go get it right now, or I'm eating ice cream right now." He's like, "We could put that on the glove." And I was like, "What do you mean? Like, we can have an ice cream glove?" And he was like, "Yes, we can do that." And he sent me over a sample, and I loved it. It was like love at first sight with the glove, man. Like, I saw it, I felt it. It didn't matter the feel of it. It just felt perfect to me, because it was like something that me and him did. It was like a partnership that only started between like two people that turned into start running the world, in a way. So it's sick.
Jazz, what do you think now that you've had some time to hang out with Coach Bakich and become an official Clemson Tiger? Why do you think they're a good representation of the Absolutely Ridiculous brand, and it's a good fit?
I mean, to be honest, it all starts with the leader, the guy that's leading the boat and leading the charge. And I mean, from I met Coach, like, it's only been 24 hours since I met Coach, but I'll tell you this, I have an older cousin that he's coached his whole life, and he calls him Dad. My older cousin calls Coach Dad. So, and that was a surprise to me, because my older cousin, he's really stern, like, he's really to himself and stuff like that. So for him to open up to Coach, and I told Coach this last night, like, anyone that my family member said is a family member to them, that means we're all family in this, you know what I mean? So from meeting Coach last night and the way he runs the things, to meeting the players here and the way they all come together as a family, it kind of reminds me of like when I got over to the Yankees, like, I walked in and I was welcomed in with open arms, and that showed me the love and the character that they have here at this school and what Coach is doing here, So for me, it's just, that's easy to go out there and throw my hand out and say, "Hey, whatever you guys need," because this is the love and the trust that I grew up on, and the things that I like, the way I like to run things, So it's amazing, Coach. I ain't gonna lie.
Hey,
I'm a
Jazz,
Clemson Tiger for life. I'm an alumni now.
last night you had your picture taken with one of my heroes, 5-year-old Drake Plyler. You had on a Yankees hat. How do partnerships like this with the Tigers and with X, how do they help you impact the next generation?
I mean, for me, it's always for the next generation. I was a kid one day too. So for me, I went through a lot of stuff in my life that I don't want other kids to feel. So for me, I always try to put situations out there to make them better. I don't ever want a kid to feel like, oh, my favorite player would never talk to me. Oh, my favorite player would never take a picture with me. Like, he would never be in my city or anything like that. And if I was to see him, I can't go up to him. Like, I don't want any kid to ever feel like that. I want everybody to be able to just walk over to me and be like, "Hey, bro, I'm the most open book of a person that is, just because I want the next generation to have the most fun that they can have, Like, that's just the life I live, and that's what I go by."
coach, how did the players, I guess, kind of respond to the new partnership? Were they kind of, I guess, already sending you ideas of what they want, or how they kind of react to the new partnership?
Oh, they love it. I mean, that's where Absolutely Ridiculous and X's designs and Kevin Coley's execution of those designs, you know, they've really created a new category where they've brought fun into equipment and gear, and you know, you keep going back to that word, and of course the fun is in the winning, but in order to win you got to be able to play like you're a little kid again. And it's at some point when these little kids move to the big field and that smile turns into a serious face and they're playing baseball like they're trying to solve an equation, you know, and they start playing for other things or playing for the reward. And you know, to be able to remember this game's supposed to be played with a smile on your face, and then to get gear and have equipment and have a designer and an execution team that helps bring that energy, that positive energy, that smile, that fun into baseball, it just reinforces the message of this is how we're going to do it. Yeah, we're striving to go to the World Series and win a national championship, but there's a way that that's going to be done. And so to get gear that's just, first thing you say when you look at it is wow. Next thing you say is that is awesome, right? And then to see their idols, you know, guys like Jazz that model it, and not only model the equipment and wear it, but model the type of play with the personality on the field and bring the fun back to baseball. I think that's maybe something that's been a little bit missing, and guys like Jazz are taking charge and taking a leadership role in doing that, and people like X and Kevin Coley and Absolutely Ridiculous as a company, it's just a great way to be, and it's a great way to play this game.
Yeah, we know you look good in pinstripes. How do you think you look in orange?
Yeah, I think I look pretty good in purple and orange. You ain't gotta tell me that twice. I'll tell you that. This is my favorite. My favorite color is purple, so it goes with it, you know. I think the last 3 seasons I wore purple cleats every time, so every year I wear purple, so I'm excited. I'm really excited. I told him I'm wearing Clemson stuff during the season, so it is what it is.
What have you thought of your time here in Clemson so far, Jess?
Oh, I love it. I love it. It's like a mini New York to me. Right?
Yeah, we got on the subway earlier.
Yeah, right? No, but I do love it here. The people here are great. I've never been on a college campus like this. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't go to college, so like I told him, like he's giving me an experience that I've never had before, and like I'm really grateful and I appreciate him for everything the last 24 hours for sure.
All right, well, excuse Jazz. Thank you.